Falcon. Winter Soldier.
Are we recording it? Is it recording right now?
It's going. Falcon and Winter Soldier.
We're using this too?
Yes.
Nice.
I'm standing up.
Stand up, Layla. Sam and Bucky. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Bucky and Sam. Boom, bump on us.
Sam and Bucky!
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Bucky and Sam!
It's Falcon and the Winter Soldier hanging out, just two buddies getting into trouble, doing things in the MCU. Who's got the shield? Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Squadcast Podcast Reviews. We are on episode 2 of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Full disclosure, we're talking spoilers.
100%.
Yes.
100%. I am once again
100%.
joined by Layla and Dustin, and I'm Matt. So there you go. It's an interesting show. It's making turns.
I love it.
She loves it. It is making turns of dramatic scale. I didn't think was gonna be, but it is, and we're here. So we start. We're on a mission. Sam is dealing with the repercussions of there being a new Captain America on the scene. He's a little pissed.
Feelings are hurt.
Feelings are hurt, but there's a job to do. And he's got to find out what's happening with these flag smashers.
Those are right. Flag smashers.
So he's about to go on a mission, and then Bucky shows up, and he's like, dude, this ain't cool, man. Why'd you give up the shield? And he's like, I had to do what I had to do.
It's not cool, man.
It's not cool. So for some reason, Bucky can just hop on board and go with him on the mission.
Yeah.
So they go
This is straight
to
military too.
I guess, yeah, it's a military mission.
Like, don't worry about it.
So
I
Sam
almost
and
wiped the world out.
right, yeah. So Sam and Bucky are on a quest to find out what's happening with the flag smashers.
Yep.
They're in Germany.
Good looking group they look like.
Yeah. So we got a group of 8 super soldiers. We don't know where they got it from, but there seems to be another entity at play. That someone is telling them what to do.
That's why we have to meet with.
The big reveal at the end.
What was it?
Well, so we jump around quite a bit. Jump around. So they we have the whole Munich action scene with the flag smashers, and new Cap shows up,
Saves the day a little bit.
with Battlestar, his right-hand man, and they kind of kick ass.
They did for a minute. They did save the day.
So yeah, so Bucky and Sam kind of get their butts handed to them.
Yeah, 2 Avengers get beat up.
Yeah.
And 2 guys that are hated show up and save the day.
And we start the show with the introduction to new Cap, and he's kind of, you kind of see where he's coming from. Kind of a good guy. It would appear that way, that he's just, he's honored to take the position. He's doing his job. He looked up to Cap. He's just a guy.
He's not trying to take anybody's place.
It's not exactly. So you're kind of like, all right.
Good looking guy too.
All right. We don't like it because it's not Steve Rogers, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Kurt Russell.
Yeah, Kurt Russell's son. Wyatt Russell.
Chris Evans.
So we get through this flag smashers action scene, and we don't really find out much.
Yeah, the girl's hiding in the thing.
Other than they're stealing medicines and antibiotics and vaccines and things like that. So it's like there's definitely a broader broader hand at play with them. Something's going on that we don't know yet. And so they're kind of, Sam and Bucky are defeated, and they're heading back. And then clearly they're super soldiers that they're dealing with. So Sam has this Bucky has this big reveal that there's somebody that we have to meet. We cut to Baltimore. Thank you.
Was shot in Baltimore.
Was shot in Baltimore.
Not very far from here. You could have seen Bucky and Sam.
Crazy.
Yeah.
3 hours maybe ride.
So they end up in Baltimore. At a residence of a Mr. Isaiah Bradley, which For the uninitiated, it's totally fine. But this is this is the guy who took up the mantle after Steve Rogers fell into the ice and disappeared.
Yes.
So he was part of a group that the U.S. government had taken all African Americans, experimented on them, trying to get the super soldier serum.
Tuskegee Airmen.
It's very reminiscent of that government doing bad shit
100%.
to black Americans.
That's what they did.
And it's just, and here we are. The MCU has taken a turn into, the real world kind of crap. And it's an interesting parallel to see where everyone is at. And Isaiah he's broken. He was imprisoned.
Well, because he tried to steal the thing, right? The serum.
So he was experimented on. He was with a group that survived. Only a few survived. So he would work with them, and then he ended up getting the suit. And then the government put him in prison for stealing the suit. And he was there for, a long time. When he got out, he was sworn to secrecy. And it's just a lot of bad stuff. This guy has been through the ringer. Now, this is when the government was still Hydra. Hydra was there. So they were still poking and prodding and, because he says in the show that, even after I was done, they weren't done with me.
That's right.
Your people weren't done with me. And he talks to, he's saying this to Bucky.
Because it was his group?
And he's talking about Hydra. Because they had still infiltrated. They were all infiltrated the U.S. government throughout all those years.
Even during Captain America time?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because it wasn't until Winter Soldier.
I'm saying when Captain America was made, Hydra was in that.
Well, after First Avenger, he goes into the ice, and the remnants of Hydra works its way into the U.S. government. And that's the whole, shadow government that was going on.
It was dark.
So we get this big reveal, there was another Captain America, pretty much. And he was completely, discarded and, wrongfully done.
Threw him out.
Messed up.
So, big reveals there. And his grandson actually becomes Patriot, which is another kind of Captain America-esque hero from the comics.
That's cool.
So, and the MCU is setting up this whole Young Avengers thing, so we may be seeing him later on in a future project.
I'm down.
And then we get the obligatory cops are bad scene.
Yep.
Where they try to arrest Sam because him and Bucky are having an argument.
Yep.
And it was messed up,
It's facts, man.
I mean, stuff in the real world making its way into the MCU.
That's how it goes.
So, I mean, it happened.
It did happen.
It's a little controversial.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I would say.
And then Bucky got arrested.
And then Bucky gets arrested. Now, it's interesting because they were very, they had, hands on the gun, give us your ID, very cautious of what Sam was going to do. And then they realized, wait, these are Avengers. Holy crap, so sorry. We messed up. And then they go back to the car, come back. Oh, Mr., sorry. Bucky, you've got a warrant out for your arrest. We're going to have to take you in. Just come this way, sir. Really really nice about it. Oh, really, really, dude?
Yeah.
So, it was an interesting play.
It was a good time. I enjoyed it.
And then we end up with Sam is waiting to see what happens to get Bucky out of jail. And new Cap gets him out because he wants them to work with him.
We need a team.
We need to team up, exactly. We got to team up.
Hey, Walker's on point.
Well, so the only conditions of Bucky's release is if he has an immediate session, a therapy session, because that's why his warrant happened. His warrant out for his arrest was because he missed his court-ordered therapy session. So that's why he ended up in jail. He gets out, the therapist is there, and they have to have a session right then and there.
Yeah, right they do.
And Sam gets to come too. We get a nice couples session.
It was a good time.
I didn't know that was Kurt Russell.
Yeah, he's Ego from.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I know. That's why.
Oh, you wait till you see some of the other stuff he's done.
So we
go.
have a funny little banter. We get some nice character development that why Bucky is so so on Sam about why did you give up the shield? Steve gave it to you. He wanted you to do it, and his big reasoning is, if Steve is wrong about you, then he's wrong about me. And then I'm still the bad guy.
That actually, right
it was really deep.
That's the thing I think.
What Bucky's going through.
His sister is Kate Hudson.
Yes, and then
that's the thing I think the public's missing, is how important what he said was more than what Sam was saying his reason is for.
Yeah.
You're saying if he's wrong about you, then he's wrong about me. Mm-hmm. See, I don't, because that scene was the most hated thing for the past week. They were all like, they had this silly little banter back and forth. They're like, why'd they do that? But what it turned out was she's like, and he's like, okay, you start, whatever. It says, and he said, why did you give this? And this whole thing was going there. Mm-hmm. And that's where I got serious. And he was like, he said, if Rogers is wrong about you, then he's wrong about me.
Right.
They're missing, the public's missing things. And I being honest with you, I don't know if they really catch a lot of stuff. Because they've done this before.
Well, and you've got that interaction between the two of them. They're kind of, joking, kind of, back and forth. That's kind of, it's kind of a thing that guys do. They don't really process their emotions, out for everyone to see. It's very internal, and a lot of us will turn to the humor when dealing with stuff. That's just how we do sometimes.
That's what we do.
But seeing their interaction back and forth, and Sam just going about it, and he's like, he did what he thought what was right, which was, he was in a position, and he did what he thought he thought he was doing the right thing.
They both ultimately thought, they were in the right to think the way they're doing.
Yeah.
And so that's what's important about it. But I think, Sam, I talked to you about how I thought if something's cast upon you, you don't really have a choice.
Yeah.
And that's what the difference is between you having a choice. Like, well, I didn't think it was right. It doesn't matter what you think.
You're right.
Like, you were told by Captain America, you're the next one. You don't get... That's what it is. You don't get the opportunity to say, no, I don't want to do this.
Well, that's something that the show is dealing with. Like,
right, yeah.
Sam, being a black hero, what does that mean?
Right.
In this day and age?
Yeah, this is 2021.
And, well, to them, it's 2023. So, what? I'm just saying. I'm trying to keep, I'm trying to keep it straight. So, no, but it's dealing with these issues of, like, where is everyone's place? Mm-hmm. Where's the place that like society assumes you should be, and is that right? It's big questions getting asked. These are
serious things. Well, like you had said, we're no longer doing what's it called, escapism.
Yeah, we're not in escapism.
Like they're trying to make it like this could be really happening.
Because that was one of the biggest things that the MCU had been targeted on, was that there wasn't enough representation. And I kind of lean on the lines of, you take the story where the story wants to go.
Right.
And the fact that I think they're doing a pretty good job with dealing with these questions, these issues in the real world in a compelling narrative in this story.
Right. And it's a good story. I think it's a good story. Like I said, rewatching the first season of Wanda and Vision. Mm-hmm. You look at these things; they're really good stories, and I think this Winter Soldier and Falcon, their character building is doing a really good job in 2 episodes.
Yeah,
I mean, I know what they were doing in the last season. What was going on in WandaVision? Right. I don't know if there was character build going on as much as in those first couple episodes, as it just was like giving you like, well, there's something happening here.
You want to know something cool about WandaVision?
Do it.
It's not WandaVision. It's television, but WandaVision.
Ah!
Yeah. Yeah.
Look, you won. Everybody give her a round of applause. You won! God, I swear. Do you want $1? Okay. No!
So we
No, but
finish
that's
up
what
the,
I think, well.
yeah, we finish up the little therapy session, and their feelings are hurt, and they get out.
No, they weren't because
Big feelings
that
are
moment
hurt.
had happened.
They don't reconcile. They're just like, we're gonna get this mission done, and that'll be it. I'll go my way, you go your way, and Bucky's like, fine, whatever. So they get out, and new Cap is out there, Walker's out there, and he's like, come on, we gotta work together. Come on, guys.
Come on, guys, let's get together. Let's go.
Come on, it'll be fun. And Sam and Bucky are both in agreement. Like, we don't need to work together because we are free agents. We have we have easier ways to get around. We don't have to follow the same laws that you do.
Red Wing died.
Huh? And Red Wing died. He's a robot, but
We can build a new one.
Let's build a new one.
Do we still have Tony Stark to build it or no?
Nope, he's dead.
He is dead, so...
Yes. Spoilers. So Cap is he's like, fine, just stay the hell out of my way. So it was like, oh, okay, he's got, he's gonna be mean. So it goes from, we hate you, you haven't said a word, to, oh, okay, maybe he's a good guy, maybe that. And then it's like, oh, you son of a bitch.
Well, he was trying to be friendly with these guys.
Yes.
I understand where you guys are coming from. Like, y'all there's an instant, like, I don't want this guy to get it. But he was trying to work with, and Sam saw that. Sam was like, hey, man,
Yeah.
But he's like, hey, y'all want to do your own thing, just don't get in our way. I don't think it was as mean as you made it
Sam
sound.
is the
You did
voice
make
of reason in
you
the
did make it
buddy
sound
cop
Yeah, good cop, bad cop.
scenario, yeah. I mean, Bucky's definitely the loose cannon.
But you do a little bit make it sound like Walker is just like, dude, get out of my work.
Well, he did say that.
He did, but that was after he's gotten shunned 4 times. You can't ask but so many times. He's like, you know what?
But who's our heroes in this show?
I get it.
Sam and Bucky.
But, I don't think... Now, the problem with Walker is that he's government controlled.
He is.
That's the problem.
And we've seen that just like in Civil War.
Yep.
Governments have
Because
agendas.
Tony Stark fell under that.
Yeah.
Tony Stark was... And that's why I say I would open up that Walker might not be all that bad of a guy thinking he's doing the right thing. Stark thought he was doing the right thing.
Yeah.
And what did he do? He locked up half the Avengers. They were in prison, for God's sake. Underwater. Not even underground, underwater.
Well, Thunderbolt did that. Tony didn't want that to happen.
I don't know if he did or didn't.
He didn't want it to happen.
He was
It was
nuts.
Thunderbolt did that. Anyway.
And he wanted to control
Anyway.
Wanda. Okay,
So we'll wrap it up. Just let me wrap up the damn episode.
Sorry, man. I'm just talking Marvel. You guys want me on Marvel?
No, we're so close. Literally the last scene.
This is true.
We get to see where they're going to next.
Who'd they say?
Zemo.
Well,
Steve-O?
Zemo.
Like from Jackass?
I said Zemo.
I know,
We were about to
Zemo.
do the
You got
reveal.
real,
Why'd you do that?
real loud.
How did he do that? He was about to do a reveal.
There she. Okay. All right.
He was about to do a reveal. Well, go ahead. You want some carbon monoxide in there? Or... Go ahead.
So they are off on their own again, and the big Bucky's like, these guys are Hydra, or they're working with somebody out there.
Somebody's got
So we need to talk to somebody who knows a thing or two because they've seen a thing or two.
God. Mother.
And then so Zemo is the guy.
It was like, you can't go be in a room with this guy. He's like, I have to.
You have to.
I'm going to see Zemo.
Dun, dun. So back to Germany. And then that's
Was that
it.
where they're keeping him?
Yeah.
Why didn't they move him like somewhere a little more secure?
I don't know.
Right.
He's still just a guy. So that's the big reveal. Next episode, we get Zemo.
But you had said that Winter Soldier no longer has that encrypted in his mind.
Correct.
So we're good. There's actually nothing.
So
to
Winter
fear about
Soldier
him.
he doesn't
Jesus
have
don't
any.
want to be
There is no
mad.
threat of being in the same room with the guy who can turn on the switch because the switch is fixed.
Could you imagine being in those little cells they make you be in now?
Boo.
It's a little claustrophobic, don't you think?
Yes.
So what just happened? Zemo, we're talking about Zemo.
I know.
Well, you just can't say anything. Who did it this time, you or me?
I don't know.
Was it you or me? Just say it.
Probably me.
I don't know.
Layla, what did you think of the episode?
I love the show.
Okay.
I love Wanda and I love Vision, but I think because I'm not overanalyzing everything that's happening in the show, I appreciate and enjoy it more. And I just let things happen.
You're just taking it in for what's happening.
And I'm really enjoying their chemistry.
It is evolving rather nicely.
Yep.
The bits that we got from Civil War are just like flowering out.
Yeah.
It's very good. Yeah, blossoming. That's the right word. I do like the structure of this show.
It's a good show.
Me too.
Because a lot of times with Marvel, you have light action throughout your beginning and your middle, and then you've got your big crescendo action stuff happening at the end. And so far, episode 1 and 2, they have flipped the script. The action is in the beginning of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's a big fight going on.
And then, and then afterwards, you get kind of the repercussions and the story and the character builds. That happens afterwards. So it's almost like it's a reaction to what happens right at the beginning. Which is, it's different. I'm not used to it. I'm used to you work up to it and then boom, it happens.
Yeah.
And I guess that's more in the case of a linear episode by episode structure, but this is all a miniseries. This is all building to the big thing. So we've got all these little action pieces set in between. All maybe leading up to something huge by the end of it, because we don't get any more real reveals on who the Flag Smashers are.
Yeah.
That girl's hiding in that truck. She comes out, she smiles. Oh no, she was sitting there. She smiles. That's what I say. You just gotta be careful of people you find out there, man.
Yeah.
She turned out to be a super soldier, and it was bad. And luckily for the new group, showed up and saved the day.
Yeah. Well, that's also the big reveal is that the amount of what is known of the super soldiers in the MCU is very little. We know as the audience because we've seen it.
Right.
But
honestly,
we've seen it because Cap,
shoot.
Cap is an outcome of that.
Well, neither one of them have had to go against it.
Yeah, but even Banner.
Right.
Because Thunderbolt Ross was pushing how to find out what the super soldier serum was.
Abomination.
And that's what Banner's research was about in the MCU.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He didn't know it.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
But it was an underlying thing that it was a government push about trying to, get super soldier back running.
We wanted to run it again.
So Hulk is an outcome of that. Abomination is an outcome of that. Winter Soldier is an outcome of that. The Stark was firsthand in it and ended up creating those, 6 batches that ended up in the wrong hands in the early 90s.
Wait.
When Winter Soldier took the vials.
That's right.
And then had all that stuff going on. So
I tell you, it's a good storyline.
Yeah. It's big.
I approve.
Big things happening. I give it an A.
I'd give it an A.
I like it.
A+.
A+. People are not liking it for some reason though.
They're
calling it slow.
But,
are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Wait a second.
They
didn't say that. They didn't. Oh my God. I don't even want to go there. Did you see the reviews for WandaVision? People loved it from day one. How are you going to say, how are you saying this is slow? Greatest show of all time. I mean, it's got really great ratings. is WandaVision. Seriously, right now, it still does. They killed it. But for this one, you're going to say it's too slow? What do you... Just not shooting enough people, I guess?
Yeah, I don't know.
What do you think, Layla?
That's kind of silly.
Yeah, there you go. Silly.
But they are the MCU as far as shows right now.
Mm-hmm.
Is really killing it.
Yeah.
I suggest everybody go watch WandaVision, like because again, it's only how long is it? Like 2 hours or something like that?
In all, maybe
Yeah.
2.5.
2.5 hours. Really, it really was meant to be a movie. Like that might have what killed me.
Yeah.
Is I had to wait, and then it was really bad. All right, I went through a dark spot in my life where I was waiting week to week for nothing to be told to me.
Well,
I couldn't stand it, but it was different when you watch it all together.
With Falcon and Winter Soldier, they are in essence complete episodes.
Mm-hmm.
There is, beginning, middle, end. There's a start. There's
It's
a
a story.
finish.
Each episode is a story.
And it also leads you with, and it's, they're 50 minutes.
Yeah.
It's a 42, 45 minute chunk of story,
Damn it.
which is enough, internally, I think, for people to be like, to latch onto it and just be like, I'm satisfied.
Right.
I can wait a week.
Right. I can handle. I'm handling it right now. I haven't
You
cried
can't,
once this week.
you can't
Haven't
do
cried
that
once.
with 20, 25 minutes of a show.
You're not really doing any. You're not really doing any storytelling in that 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's just very.
It's
But that's for another
That's a
conversation.
different
because
conversation.
That
This
is
yeah.
that was part of the show structure for WandaVision.
Right. We're comparing right now. We were just comparing.
Yeah, we're trying.
I apologize.
Yeah. No, it's fine.
I mean, there was no storyline in the shows that she was depicting in her in the show.
Yeah.
If you were to go back and watch like Bewitched, there was no storyline. Like I have to see the next one.
Yeah.
You just knew it was coming.
Yeah.
So I can get it.
But in this, we're very. What's gonna happen? We're ready to see what's happening next, and we do get a full episode, a full quote unquote hour-long episode.
busting caps.
Not yet.
No, I think we did shoot a couple people, didn't we?
Busting Caps. Cap's not been shot yet, so.
Gotti.
But yeah, I am.
I'm excited about the next episode.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see, because it's like
How many
Marvel is
episodes?
like it's been known for little Easter eggs in all of their movies,
What do they say?
but now we're getting little Easter eggs for the bigger, the bigger universe in every week.
It is Easter season.
It is Easter season. Look
Easter's
at
like a
that.
couple weeks away, man.
It's Sunday.
Good morning.
Good
It's Sunday.
night.
It's Sunday.
Good night.
You get it?
I get it.
No.
Do I?
Those. Yeah.
You got anything else to add except just glowering at us?
What's glowering mean?
What's the matter?
Is that what that's
Good
called?
morning. Good
Glowering.
night.
Okay. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in and listening to this week's review of Falcon and Winter Soldier. We hope you stick around and tune in next week and check out our other reviews, and our main show.
Yeah, we got some big ones coming up. We got King Kong versus Godzilla.
Yeah, we're dropping it again
No, we are. No, we have to because we got big stuff coming up.
for all
It's
7
gonna
of
be
you.
real.
Thank you.
My God, we're kill it.
I think it's 7. Anyway,
7 what?
listeners.
No, we love every last one of you. And you know what? Be
Yes.
nice to each other out there.
Layla, you want to roll us out?
Thank you everyone again, and make sure to follow us on our Instagram at the.squadcast.podcast.
And if you like what we're doing and want to help support us, you can check us out on Patreon by looking up the Squadcast Podcast and toss us a Tharny. Okay.
You can also check us out on Facebook at the Squadcast Podcast page, but then
Yes.
we have the Squadcast Podcast group.
Mm.
It's a little more what would the word
Personal.
be? Personal.
Yeah. It's personal
Like,
interaction.
How are you doing?
We got jokes on there.
We do have jokes. There are some funny ones on there. But listen,
Like a fly on the face.
that was a good one. When your butt is a fly.
Your buddy's got a fly on their face. Punch him in the face.
That's gonna be great. So I'm excited about.
Yep.
The show.
The upcoming things. Check us out on our website at the squadcastpodcast.squarespace.com. And you can check out our
Squadcastpodcast.squarespace.com.
I just said that. Yes.
We
And
love
have-
everybody.
And we have a letterbox. Check out our movie reviews on there too. Give us a like. Give us a subscribe.
High
Please.
fives.
Tell your friends.
Thumbs ups.
We have fun here.
Tell your
like
second
and share.
Like and
on
share.
removed.
Yeah.
This is the thing. You gotta tell people to like and share.
Thanks, everyone. Catch y'all next week.
And Squadcast Podcast out.
In
5.
5 by 5.
4, 3, 2, 1.